Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Asia and I'm back with an updated lace frontal install video. It's a new day, a new sleigh. Today I'm going to be trying the new stocking cap method and I'll let you know if it's worth the hype or a waste of time. Stay tuned. Okay dolls, the first and the most important factor to a flawless install is using a stocking cap or pantyhose that matches your skin tone. The one I typically use is usually slightly lighter than this one, however this one will work. I'm going to be using the Got To Be Glue Ultra Glued in the black packaging. And with clean hands, I'm going to apply the glue along the perimeter of my hairline. And we're going to take a nice amount of the glue, not too much and not too little. You also want to be sure that you pull the stocking cap. Oh, wow, look, I ripped it. It's okay. I don't think that will matter. But you want to be sure that you use a good amount of glue. You don't want to oversaturate it because it's going to extend the drying time, which I can tell you is already very long. So you want to put enough that it seeps through the stocking cap to your skin, but not too much. And then after you have placed the glue around everywhere that the frontal will lay, we're going to then blow dry that glue until it's about, I'll say about 90% dry.
2,000 years later.
Whew, finally. Now I'm going to follow up with the Gots to Be Glue Free Spray, and I'm going to lay that on top everywhere I place the glue. And this gives us that added protection to prevent the stocking cap from lifting. And now I'm going to complete the blow drying process until it is completely dry. Now I'm going to proceed to trim the excess cap off of my head. Now you want to be strategic when you do this, and you want to cut the cap as close to where you gelled it down as possible to prevent any of the little tiny ends from sticking up. Because if it does stick up, that will show underneath your frontal. So I'm going to just continue doing this on both sides, trying to cut it as close to my hairline as possible. However, be very careful. You don't want to cut your hair in the process. You know, edges is hard to come by these days, so take your time. So here I'm just kind of going back over some of the pieces from the stocking cap that the glue did not lay down, because if you leave it unraveled and you apply the wig, it is going to show through the cap. And now I'm going to go back over that gel with the blow dryer. I'm using the tail end of the comb just to flatten down those edges, anything that might have started raveling up. I'm just flattening it down as I'm blow drying it dry. And this time you want to blow dry it until it's completely dry on your head. Now it's time to apply the wig. Now this wig is kind of old and it already began balding in the front. However, I'm going to make it do what it do. I actually filmed a video a while back on how to preserve a balding frontal. If you're interested in seeing that, give this video a thumbs up. If I could get this video to 500 likes, I'll go ahead and upload that video. I didn't really customize the front of this frontal too much because I don't typically wear, actually I never wear this wig in a ponytail. I only wear it down. However, I'm going to pull down a couple of baby hairs so that it will cover that part that is balding. And you don't want to pull down too much hair. You want to try to have it as natural looking as possible. Again, it's a frontal, it's not your hair, it's not going to look exactly like your scalp, but the goal is to make it look damn near flawless. So I'm just cutting some of this hair off with the scissor. I'm doing it in a jagged motion. I don't want it to be straight across. And then I'm going to just apply some gel to the ends of this once I'm finished. Also, if you want to see my video on how I customize my wigs, I'll be sure to link that up top in the description box down below, as well as at the end of this video. And here we go with the gel again. One tip that I can provide that I did not do is to take some alcohol and clean the perimeter of your head before adding this last layer of gel. This will just make sure that the surface is clean, and it will help prevent the glue from turning white. And now I'm going to follow the same process I did previously, and I'm going to come on top of that gel with some Gots to Be glue free spray. And typically I would dry the gel first before applying the free spray. However, I did it in one step this time and it worked just the same. So you want to dry the gel until it gets tacky to touch. You don't want it to dry fully. And then I'm just using the tip of the comb to press the frontal onto my forehead. And the point of this method is really to try to create that seamless look, because sometimes when you install your wig, there is that line demarcation where you can see where the stocking cap ends and your skin begins. So the point of gelling it down is so that it kind of create like a skin-like layer under the frontal so that the transition is a lot more seamless. I'm also combing up some of the hair because a lot of times with the gel on your forehead, at times that hair, it actually gets stuck to the gel and then your hair is like stuck to the scalp. So as I'm pressing it down, I'm also combing through it. And I'm just going to repeat that process on the other side. You may notice I didn't really put too much gel in the front, and that's because some of that gel was still sticky in the front from the first layer, so I just didn't feel the need to reapply it again. And again, you want to use the end of the comb. That's going to be a helpful tool to get your wig to lay flat. As you can see now, I'm beginning to like this install. Scalp check, not bad. Yeah, I think I like it. I'm just going to tie my hair down with the scarf and let that sit for about 10 minutes. That typically blends the frontal in with the skin even further. Now I'm going to lay a little bit of baby hairs. I don't always lay baby hairs. As I explained before, the purpose of the baby hair is just kind of to help camouflage that line from where the frontal ends and your skin begins. I don't like to do too many baby hairs, but of course, feel free to style it to your liking. And I am finally finished. Not bad for a first time. I actually think it came out pretty natural looking. It's very time consuming, but I think it looks good. And as a final step, I'm just going to comb the hair down and just kind of feather out some of these curls to give the hair a little bit more volume. Also, I'd like to tease the roots just a little bit so it's not too flat looking on the head. Here's my final thoughts on this. So I think this method is really good to use if you plan on wearing your hair up in a ponytail or wearing it back, because it'll give you more of a flush look. However, if you plan on wearing your hair down, such as this hairstyle like that I'm wearing right now, which is the way I typically wear my hair, I think you can pass on this method. The old method that I showed in my last install video is totally fine. I find that that method has worked for me in the past, is just as reliable, and it's not as time consuming. This method, I can be honest and tell you that it took about 20 minutes for that gel to dry, and I don't have time. I don't have time. I don't know about you guys, but I don't have time to wait 20 minutes to install, to begin putting on a wig. Like, I take forever to get dressed. All my friends can attest to that. If I started doing this method, they would disown me. I would never get anywhere. So from personal experience, the best method for wearing your hair like this on every day is to just make sure that your elastic band is attached to your wig cap properly so that it allows it to fit flush. Because I can tell you personally that 99% of the time, I don't gel my hair down. I just put my wig on and I'm good to go. Of course, there are instances where you want to make sure that your wig won't fall off. Like, say you're going to an amusement park. You don't want to be part of Secure Your Wig 2018. So yeah, you might want to go through all of these steps and make sure that you gel it down. Or if you know you might be in a situation where someone might pull your hair off. I don't know what type of lives people live. This is a no judgment zone, so hey, do you. But if you know that you are going to be in a situation like that, then follow these steps. Otherwise, I think this could be skipped. I think this is more of hype than necessity. For me, on an everyday basis, this is just not something I want to do, because one of the main reasons why I wear wigs is because of the versatility that it affords me and convenience. I like to just be able to put my wig on and I'm good to go. So that's my final thoughts. As always, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Until next time, you guys stay blessed and I will see you in my next video.